Good morning. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today, let's talk about week 16 of pregnancy and what's going on with your baby and with your body. You have completed 4 months of pregnancy, 24 weeks to go. You're doing great, Mama. You should be feeling better. Before we get started, I'm Shannon. I'm a board certified nurse midwife, and I'm going to be the one teaching you today about pregnancy. Without further ado, let's get going. So during this time, your baby now weighs about 3 to 4 ounces, which is not super heavy, but we're getting there. But your baby is about 4 to 5 inches long. You may begin to feel your baby move. You may start feeling little butterfly feels. You may feel a little kick. If this is not your first pregnancy, you may be a little more sensitive to those movements and you may notice them sooner than a first-time mama. But don't worry. If you haven't felt any movement yet, it's okay. Movement can begin between that 16 to 22 week mark. Now, during this time, your baby's eyes are starting to move. They're kind of shifting back and forth, and they're like baby's trying to look at something but can't quite open those eyelids yet to be able to see anything. The tiny muscles in your baby's back are going to become stronger, giving your baby more movement, and the other muscles will continue to follow this same route. The skin is transparent, so you could still see blood vessels through your baby's skin if you were to be able to take a look inside and see what your baby's doing. The tiny little bones in your baby's ears are developing, and that means that your baby will soon be able to start hearing your voice. So start reading to your baby, talking to your baby if you haven't already. That way the baby can hear you, and that's how the baby begins to know who you are. Dad can also talk to baby. And so get these habits up that you can even continue after delivery with reading to baby and helping with that brain development. Now, during this time, your uterus is growing and stretching as quickly as your baby is developing. Now, the uterus is the big muscle where your baby lives inside your tummy. At 16 weeks, some women, you may not be able to even see that they're pregnant. Some women at 16 weeks will look like they're farther along than they are. Your body is growing perfectly the way that it's supposed to. And if you've had babies before, you likely will show a lot sooner than you did with your very first pregnancy. And that is completely normal. Now, weight gain during pregnancy is going to depend on what you weighed prior to getting pregnant. That number is going to be different for every woman. So if you weighed more before you got pregnant, then you're going to want to gain less. If you weighed less while you're pregnant, then you want to gain more. So that's going to all be dependent on what your pre-pregnancy weight is. And I'll be posting another video about that. So we'll check that out later. So some symptoms that you may notice during this time frame that may continue for the rest of the pregnancy: nasal congestion. Your uterus isn't the only thing that is swelling. The blood vessels and tissues in the nose can swell, causing some nasal congestion, nasal stuffiness. Make sure that you have a cool mist humidifier. You could do some saline nasal spray. Doesn't necessarily require any medication or medical intervention. Your breasts may continue to get larger, completely okay and normal. You may continue to have increased vaginal discharge. This can be completely normal, but if you start to notice any itching, burning, or odor, talk to your OB or your midwife so that that can be addressed, because you want to make sure that there's not any kind of infection going on. Some other symptoms that you may notice some back pain. This is just from the growing, enlarging uterus. It can be from weight gain. It can be from enlargement of the breasts. There's a whole bunch of different things that could cause this symptom. Things that can help with this could be some perinatal yoga, stretching, depending on how large you are. Go ahead and get that maternity belt. I'm a fan of doing the maternity belt early, getting used to it, and giving your back that support it needs. You could also try KT tape, taping your belly, taping your lower back and the muscles of your back for support if you're not sensitive to the adhesive material that's on the tape. Now, things that you should expect at your OB visit this time. Completing any early blood work, genetic testing if you go that route. You're going to, every time you go to the office, you're going to leave a urine sample to make sure that you're not dehydrated, check for protein in your urine or UTI. You're going to check your weight. You're going to check your blood pressure just to make sure all that is staying within normal range. And then you get to hear the baby's heartbeat. And this is a beautiful sound. It's amazing. You may even hear your little baby bumping around on the Doppler. If you're not able to feel it, then you can kind of know, hey, things are going good in there. Make sure that you continue to eat well, that you're getting 30 minutes of at least walking per day. Make sure that you're doing the small frequent meals if you're still having nausea. If you have high blood pressure, make sure that you are keeping an eye out on your blood pressure and how you're feeling in relation to what your blood pressure is doing. I hope this information helps. I hope you guys have a great day. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, drop it below. Like and subscribe and share these videos. It may help someone in pregnancy. I will see you guys on the next go round. Have a good day.